How's it going, everybody? It's your three favorite white dudes. That's Brody over there, Colton down there, and I am Brandon, as always. Well, I think so anyways. This is episode 144. We are approaching that 150 mark, where we'll just take over the world with the army.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing both things apparently. We're gonna vanish and then we'll re-emerge like 10 years later with the Church of Brody at maximum power, and we will take over the world. World domination.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Colton doesn't look like he wants to, so I guess he
Colton's
is the
going for a
first
nap
sacrifice.
I'm just gonna go for a nap while you guys
First
fucking
sacrifice.
take over the world.
Correct. First sacrifice. Yes.
Colton's gonna wake up and we'll just own the world.
We're like, what the fuck did I miss?
Everything was fine before the Brody Nation took over.
Yes.
Alright, we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed last week's episode. The Queen died! Yay! Woo! Nothing for me there? The Queen died since we recorded. That's cool.
I told my mom I don't care. She's like, she's on like the $20 bill and like some sort of
Not
money. I'm
for
like, she's
long.
And I'm like, she's the heads and tails. How do you not know this?
I think we should put Ryan Reynolds on the new money.
Yes.
No, I've seen a petition to put Chad Kroger on the nickel.
I mean, that's fair, but I think we should definitely put Ryan Reynolds on one of the bills.
Yes.
Put him on the 20.
Yeah. Fuck the Queen. If you're a Queen lover out there, I don't care. Honestly, it's about time.
I love the band.
I like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. If you were a fan of the monarchy, I don't care. I think it's about time, and I think it shouldn't stop with her. I think we should just, vote to do the entire family and bring back the guillotine, line them up, and let's just get rid of them. Even the children.
Just blow up the palace. It'd be easier.
Even Prince Harry?
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Just kill them all.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, Queen's
Just
dead.
put me in power. I'll be the next king.
We don't need to give you a cult following.
No, we're getting rid of the monarchy.
Yeah.
Yes, and giving it to me.
No, getting rid of it. No more. Vano.
Vano?
Vano, I don't know.
Vote down in the comments below if you want Brody as your new king.
Yeah, we'll start a campaign.
We want you.
Alright, so we've got a few things that we want to talk about. I guess we'll just get Colton's thing out of the way first, because I don't want to hear it, but he wants to tell
You're
it.
so mean.
What are you doing with your money? What did you waste your money on?
I know. It's not a waste. Okay, well, they don't like country, but this is the one and only time I get to talk about it. So my favorite country singer, Luke Combs, is actually going on world tour, and he's going in Canada in two places, Vancouver and Edmonton. Those are the only two places. So I registered for pre-sale and waited in a queue, and then I bought 3 tickets, so I get to go see him with my family in June, which will be pretty cool.
How much of a waste of money did you spend?
We're not going to talk about that.
Well, I guess
my mother still listens to this.
The tickets are like $400, and then he has to pay for gas to Edmonton and back. So I mean,
Excuse what?
plus I guess meals too. So you're probably looking at what, $600, $700?
I got family in Edmonton, so I don't have to worry about meals.
Okay, right.
Fuck.
And
Don't even know.
You'd have to pay me to go to that.
okay,
What?
I will say only one positive thing about this entire ordeal, Colton. So take this and we'll run with it. At least he's not like every other artist that comes to Canada and only goes out east.
That's
Okay.
fair. I'll give him that.
So props to the big fat country singer Luke Combs.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, that's fine. He goes by the manifest or the actual version of cornbread. That is what one of the mean tweets said, is he looks like if cornbread were a person.
Fat
Now
ass,
he goes
correct.
by cornbread.
All right. Fat ass, correct. So Brody, how's the WoW server situation doing? Can you talk about that?
It's bad. So they've had an influx of players with like Wrath coming back, and they shut down servers per side, like per faction, and they transfer people off.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was one server caps 45,000 players. They had 45,000 in game, and another 45,000 in queue. So they
Oh.
had 2 full servers just ready to go. So they've been transferring
Jesus
a bunch of people
Christ.
off. They have transferred a bunch of people off, and our server went from like no pop to max pop, and it's well, not max. It went from like no players to like a lot of players, and it really sucks. Because leveling come the 26 is not going to be fun in the slightest.
I just found it funny because I literally just edited yesterday, or I guess today's episode last night. And you were talking about the the server issues, and I'm like, it sounds like it's just getting worse.
Oh yeah, it's going to get worse until our server gets shut down, and it's really going to suck because then I have to wait like an hour queue to get into the game.
You're gonna be streaming the wait time.
I'm gonna you'll be seeing me fucking crying.
Yeah.
Is what you'll be watching.
Yeah. So are you still having to deal with the RPers from last time? Because that's what you were talking about on the last episode.
Yes, but I found a way around it. I just mute everyone that talks.
Oh, okay.
I put them on my ignore list, so I never have to hear from them again.
All right. So you don't have to hear about weird fucking 60, 100-year-old elves from Narnia.
That's not quite how the RP on that
What?
server works, but I'll give you
fine.
that.
That's fine. You said something along those lines last episode, so
Did I? Okay.
yes, you did.
I remember that.
So you also have been watching your new show. How's that?
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but yeah, or I put that in there. Never mind.
Yeah, it's literally.
I did, yes. It's been really good. I need to rewatch the first season because I definitely forgot a lot of the details. I've gotten halfway through. I'm like, wait, what? What?
What is this?
It's just gone. That information. It's like,
Yeah.
uh-oh. But yeah, it's good so far. I'm like halfway through the new season.
Yeah, my coworker is watching it at work, and she basically almost finished it. So
Dedication to the cause.
I guess so. All about fairies. I guess
That it is.
Colton's
That it
looking
is.
very concerned. Apparently, it's got a good plot, Colton. So don't judge, I guess, or something.
I'm just confused.
What are you watching?
Me?
Yeah,
Let me get Sons of Anarchy for the 9th time.
No.
Ghost Hunter.
Not that.
Or that's the show, right?
Ghost Adventures?
Ghost
No.
Hunter Adventures.
Ghost Adventures. They did have a new episode because they just started the second part of the season. But no, I've been rewatching Yellowstone.
Wow, country music and a country show. Can you bring something not country to the table?
Hang on.
It's kind of segueing into your other topic you wanted to bring up.
Oh, that's what you want me to do. Okay, you were setting me up. Okay, so in other news, GTA 6. We
Looks
actually
like
got-
shit.
Hang on, they're developing it. Just hang the fuck on.
But have you
Well-
seen the graphics? They look exactly like
Nice.
GTA 5.
No, they look worse. They look like San Andreas. They're like-
That's not a
You
good
can't, you can't get that bad. They don't look
Okay.
that bad.
Anyways, they're developing. It might take another 20 fucking years, but at least we
knowing
got some
Rockstar.
gameplay. We
Yeah.
got a male and female protagonist. Looks
What-
like we're taking place in Vice City.
Yeah,
Look like
I
that.
mean the video I showed you kind of predicted a lot of this, so I am curious how accurate it's gonna be.
Yeah.
There was a 4chan post about GTA 6, and it basically had a bunch of like leaked information from this guy who predicted some stuff from GTA 5, and the male and female protagonist was part of it. So I'm curious how close that's going to match up with it. If it is accurate, I think GTA 6 is gonna end up being a good game. My worry
yeah.
is it is still produced by Rockstar, and they're greedy
Yep.
cunts, and they'll probably rush it, and then people are going to be mad about it, and they're not going to do
Yep.
anything to fix it, and they're going to release GTA Online again, and then they're going to funnel all their money into that, and then that's going to be the next 10 years of Rockstar.
Oh yeah, 100%. I actually want like a good story with that. Like the story in GTA 5, it wasn't a bad story. It was a good storyline, but then they just fucking dumped everything into online. So I'm really hoping that's not the case with GTA 6. There's a fan boat apparently though. Did you see that?
No,
I just said fan boat. I'm like, what?
Fan boat. Like it's a boat that has a giant fan on it and it goes whoo.
Oh,
You mean
yeah.
a
Fan boat.
hovercraft.
That was in San Andreas.
Yeah, apparently it's back in this thing now.
Yeah, that was also on the prediction, I think. But I think GTA 6 is going to be a make or break for this series, honestly. If they fucking flop and they do the exact same thing they did with GTA 5, it's going to ruin that entire franchise. Because how many times did they promise DLC for GTA 5 for the storyline and they never delivered?
Never.
They just, as soon as GTA Online launched, it remained untouched, the campaign.
I can't play online anymore.
And GTA 5's campaign was really good for what it was. So, I mean, there was some things I changed, and pacing was off in some places, and the heists could get a bit tedious. You know, you have to go collect this and bring it here. You have to go collect this and bring it here. But
they could have been a little bit more original and like a little bit more in depth with the heists.
Yeah.
I think.
And I feel like they missed a chance to bring some fan favorites from the other games back, because I know, like, you could bring Packy McCurry from GTA 4 into one of the heists in GTA 5. So that was kind of cool, and he talks about, like, his days in Vice and all that, so...
you got one of the guys from Lost, the MC... Johnny, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Briefly with Trevor.
Yeah, before he stomped his head in. Spoilers. Just kidding. That game was out.
Yeah. If you haven't fucking seen that, you know what? You don't need. Just fuck you.
Honestly, at this point, who cares? But yeah, I feel like they missed the mark there with the campaign for sure. So hopefully it's better. Hopefully GTA 6 is better. But knowing Rockstar. Don't have much faith. You had a brain blast.
Well, yeah, because I thought about another topic I want to talk about after.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Like now? Okay. So, yesterday I went and saw Top Gun in theaters. Very good movie, but that's not what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about one of the movies that's coming out. I think it's next year. I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan. And there's actually a movie coming out, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, and it actually looks pretty good. I definitely would love to see that.
Yeah, I think it's got a trailer for it or something for it.
It's got the girl from Fast and Furious who plays Letty. It's got, I can't remember, I know his face, I just don't know his name. And then it's just got a bunch of other big name actors, and it looks really good.
Hopefully it doesn't flop.
No, hopefully not. They're not really doing good with games to movies.
I mean, I feel like D&D is a bit different because you can literally do anything with it. Where, like, a lot of these video game movies I've expressed my opinions over where they deviate so much and it's not great. And Brody said the WoW movie is really good, and I feel like it kind of follows along the same concept where there's so much open material there. You can basically just make it about anything as long as the premise is good. You'll be fine. And you know, especially with the WoW movie and D&D, like, it's all CGI probably. Well, I don't know if D&D is, but the WoW one obviously was.
There's definitely some CGI, like, but they did a really good job from the trailer, like what a mimic, which it's the this chest right here. They had that in the trailer, and that was actually really cool. They did a really good job with the CGI on that, so I'm pretty excited. I think it's 2023 it's coming, though, so got a little bit of a wait.
Yeah, but hopefully they can pull that off. I know D&D fans are a fucking cult, so...
They're very hard to please.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually played D&D, or are you just...
Yep. Yeah. I've got a wizard, I've got a barbarian, and I've got a bard.
Do you play down at, like, comic readers, or
Yeah, where do you go to play the board?
I go. So my remember up in Chittick Lake, I have the other Warrior family,
Mm.
Calder Carson and them.
Mm.
My uncle's a dungeon master, and we play it all summer when we're up there. So it's
Okay.
quite fun. I love D&D.
I've been
And
meaning to
then
get
like,
into it, but
yeah.
I would like to do it with a like dedicated group of people that I actually know and not just some random fucks.
So
And
Thomas
also
has one.
would consume my life.
Thomas has one, and I talked to him about you and me getting on with that, and yeah, he said we definitely could. So I thought that'd be
I
pretty
feel like
cool.
it's hard to play unless you have a really good dungeon, like a dungeon
Yeah.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I hate to
you
say it,
definitely-
Thomas probably isn't a good dungeon master.
He's not bad. I've sat in for a couple of his games. He's not bad, but he definitely has ways he could improve. But honestly, you'd love it, Brandon. It's a very fun game.
I mean, being a DM is one of those things where if you're not good at improv and thinking on the fly, it's very hard
Yeah.
to get a cohesive storyline that's
Yep.
engaging to your players.
Exactly, and you want to be immersive. So, like, I love the DMs who actually do voices and like come up with just these crazy stories. Like my
Yeah.
TikTok's filled with just some dungeon masters, and some of the shit they come up with is funny as hell.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Yogs cast, I've talked about them in the past before, but I've watched them basically since I started watching YouTube, and one of their main guys, Mark Hulmes, him and a bunch of the Yogs do certain D&D events. I know they did like a zombie one, and they did just a fucking, I don't know if it was a default one, but it was like just a good old fashioned medieval type campaign. So it seems interesting, definitely. But I would want a good group to do it with, where it's not just like there's not so much lull in the action, I guess. And doesn't get boring.
No. I know who you're talking about with Mark. He actually did a couple campaigns with Brennan Lee Mulligan from D20.
Yeah.
Which that's very good.
I think Mark's group is called High Rollers. I'm fairly
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's really good. He's always been like a really good storyteller and all that. So
Yep.
All right. I figured we'd talk about some new music. The new Nickelback song came out. I don't think we talked about it last week.
No, we did not.
San Quentin, it released. Holy
so
fuck.
Good.
Nickelback's back?
Never left.
Yeah.
No, Chad was always there.
They've kind of been on a lull, though, since their last album. Like, they kind of dropped off for a while until this song dropped. But honestly, if we get an album that's like that, I'm okay with that.
Oh, 100%. I had that song on repeat for a while. It's a very good song.
I know I mentioned to Brody that if we get an album that's in that style, I'm completely game with that, because
we did talk about it last week, but it wasn't released at that point, so we were just going off of the 15-second video that was going all over TikTok. But very good song.
That came out. Brody, you put Electric Callboy's new album. I can't say I've listened to it yet, so what are your thoughts?
How have you not?
What are your thoughts? I didn't even know it released until you put it in there, to be quite honest.
That fucking album is such a jam. Like, literally every song in it is so fucking upbeat and high tempo. Like, you have to listen to. Okay, bye.
I'm listening. Keep talking.
Ow, the sass.
What is Electric Callboys?
What is they?
What would you classify their music as?
That's hard.
You gotta pick a song. They're all different.
Okay.
You can't just they
so
have
their genre's not a thing?
Not really. They go from metal to pop. They have some EDM elements. She's all over the fucking board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, their new album's fucking great, start to finish. Any
favorites that stand out?
Well, all the ones that came out a while ago, like Pump It, we got the Moves, Fuck Boys Good, Techno Train's probably my favorite off the album. Their title track. This album's called Techno.
Yeah. I'll have to give it a listen.
Huracan, as always, because that music video is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we showed Colton that music video. It was there was a breakdown to it, and they all turned into zombies.
Right. Yeah.
That's Electric Callboy. So
Yeah.
there's not really a good word to define their genre.
No, or people just call them like a party like genre.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can't not bop to their music.
Exactly.
It's illegal not to, I believe.
Yeah, we will find you.
Yeah. How about Until I Wake's new album? I also haven't heard that, so give us some points.
You listen to them?
I feel like I have a few of their songs. I just haven't like invested time to go back and listen to some of their stuff, but
it's really good. Like, it's hard to describing is you have to really listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of have like I'd say motionless vibe and like the thought they put behind their songs.
Okay.
I mean, the opener to the album alone is like punch you in the face, and then like going into their second song, it just starts off screaming.
Oh.
Like, you're less than a second of the song, and it's just screaming in your ears. It's great. But yeah, like the rest of their album chills out a bit, but you definitely have to listen to it.
Fair.
There you go, guys. I've got new things to put on my listening queue, and you do too.
Yes.
Is that it on that? You sound like you were going to go into something else. That's why I stopped.
Who?
You.
No.
Oh, okay.
Go vote for me for Monarch.
No. Okay. I have a couple more things that I want to talk about.
Oh, I have one more quick song I gotta throw in there. I don't know if you listen to them, The Devil Wears Prada.
Yep.
Their new song is fucking great. Broken.
Okay.
That's so good.
Okay.
There you go.
Highly Suspect released a new album. If any of you guys out there listen to them, it's not as good as their last album, but it's got some good tracks. I think one of them's Ice Cold. I gotta bring it up because I don't actually remember the tracks to this album. They're not like, it's not a super memorable album. Like, I think it's a decent album altogether, but nothing really stands out. Natural Born Killer is good. Ice Cold is good. Wild Eyed Sun is good. It's kind of a lower key song. It was a meh album, in my opinion. Their last album, MCID, was fucking perfection, and I don't think they could perfect that anymore. But this album was kind of a letdown, honestly. I listened to it once, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
It's an album.
I won't turn off any of the songs if they come on, but eh.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't anything great. 10 Years, if any of you listen to them out there, they released their first single on, I'm guessing, their new album. It's called The Optimist. Banger. Looking forward to that, definitely. Other albums I'm looking forward to is definitely Slipknot's album at the end of the month. New Medicine is apparently releasing their EP sometime this year. I mean, we ain't got much time left, boys, so give me the music. Please. I'm begging you. That's gonna be a good day. It's 5 years, or no, now it's 7 years since they went on hiatus. So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't foresee it being a bad album because
it's
possible?
New Medicine.
Is that possible? Yeah. Another thing I want to touch on is the new Daredevil show, because we finally got some dialogue, I guess. There was a panel that Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Wilson Fisk, was on, and Charlie Cox came out, and he had a badass moment. It was kind of funny. Vincent D'Onofrio was talking, and he's talking about the show, and he's like, my show, and then all of a sudden you just hear Charlie's voice on another mic, and he's like, I believe you mean my show, and then he walks out on stage, and everyone just fucking cheers for him. But I'm super thrilled for both of them, and for any of the actors or actresses they bring back, because I've said it before, and I'll say it 1,000 times, that's my favorite show of all time. It was just beautifully done. I hope Disney doesn't ruin it. But So far, there's not much known other than it's not a season 4, it's a season 1. They're basically running with a new storyline, which at first I was like, "Fuck, that sucks." But then I went and sat back and I thought, and I'm like, "Okay, well, there were some things that weren't as strong in certain seasons. This gives them a fresh plate basically to just start over and do things better and hopefully stick with the same kind of themes and elements." In season 2, there was a lot of contact between Daredevil and the Punisher, and then it was.
So, do you think they might bring the Punisher back
It's already
this new
been. It's
Daredevil?
already been announced. Well, I don't know if they're gonna bring him back for Daredevil, but it's been announced they're picking up Punisher. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Fucking love that. But yeah, there was like moments where they could have brought Frank and Matt's characters together again, and they just kind of ignored it. And I feel like there was a lot of chemistry between Charlie and John on set.
Oh yeah.
Too. So like, I hope they explore that more, because in the comics, Daredevil and the Punisher were actually friends when they were kids. It's the whole storyline behind them, and that's why I think it's important to build off of that, because you already have the source material there.
Oh yeah.
But no, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope Disney doesn't fucking kill that series, because it will absolutely crush me. I will storm Disney headquarters with the church.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta borrow the church, Brody, for a weekend. You good with that?
I don't know. You have to sign off on that.
Gotta sign a tax form for that.
Yeah, there's a bit. I get paid a lot, so.
Mm-hmm. But I'm so happy that it got renewed, because there was a community I was part of for quite a while. It was the hashtag Save Daredevil group, and they fought so hard to fucking save it and just continue with it. So I don't know who else they're bringing back. I hope they bring back I don't remember his name, but the dude that played Foggy. Deborah Wall is great as Karen. I think she played that part really well. And yeah, hopefully they bring back quite a few of the cast members. Super happy for Charlie Cox and everyone on that team. I think it's going to be good. Hopefully they don't ruin it. Yeah. And then apparently they're trying to save Assassin's Creed. Right?
Oh, are you talking about the TV show coming out or the actual
fuck
games?
The TV show's gonna kill that series.
Yeah.
Oh, it will, 100%. But apparently 3 games were announced?
4 that I know of.
4, okay.
So yeah, I have a few notes on them because I was watching a video again on my lunch break. So the main one they released or announced was Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's basically going to follow a character from Valhalla, Basim, and according to the development team, they're going back to their roots. Now, I've heard that from many games before. I don't have faith, especially not in that company. It's supposed to be more like Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 and more like the Ezio trilogy, so I'm hoping that's the case, because that was elite Assassin's Creed, let's be honest here. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since Black Flag, I think. Careful now, I said Flag.
You're very far behind.
I know, I lost my love for those games after Black Flag.
I played Odyssey.
But
Odyssey wasn't bad.
I have that entire game and like a shit ton of like DLC for it. I got it on sale. Still,
you gotta play Valhalla. People say that game killed the series, but it really didn't.
Valhalla was really good.
See, I feel like if it didn't have the Assassin's Creed tagline and it was just like a Valhalla game, I feel like they would have been different. Because I feel like the game's good, but because it says Assassin's Creed, people are associating it with Ezio.
But they should.
You can't do that though, because we've gone so much more than at Ezio. Like they're I
mean, like if the same thing could be said about Black Flag. Like Ezio's not a pirate, as far as I know. He's not part of the army back in like Odyssey, like not Odyssey. What's between those two?
3 was about the Civil War.
Sure, we'll go with 3. And then like
Yeah.
you go to Valhalla, which is before all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like assassins like transcend time.
Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people confuse things because certain assassins were ancestors for certain people, like certain
Yeah.
descendants in the timeline. So, like Desmond, who was the main guy in the first few games, he was like his ancestors were Altair and Connor
Yep.
and Ezio. So
Yep.
it makes sense that they want to branch off, and I get that they kind of want. I feel like people get too nostalgic, and it's the same thing for any series, and it
Oh yeah.
fucking cock blocks every company into expanding and changing things. I do agree that some of the elements from the first few games do need to be brought back. I don't really like the RPG elements that I've seen in the other ones, but I'm hoping it goes back to its roots, but I also saw another video that kind of made sense where this guy basically said everyone's talking about how they want to go back to Assassin's Creed games being stealth-based games, and he's like, but they're not. And it's true. Like, in the first one, yes, stealth was imperative. Like, there was different missions you had to do, and you had to do stealth.
Mm-hmm.
The second
Now you
one,
don't.
you could fucking beat the fuck out of a guard and not give a shit. And even in the first one, you could do that. Like, you got caught by guards, you fucking fought them. Like, it's not assassinate this person here, go here, assassinate this person here. Like, it's not Hitman. Like, Hitman's a stealth game.
Exactly. It'd be boring if it was just all stealth.
Hold on, back up the boring train there. I think you're confusing boredom and you don't have skill.
No, I'm fine.
You are
I've
terrible
never
at
been-
stealth. What do you mean?
I was about to say, I've just never been a fan of stealth. Some stealth is cool. Most of it, I just like going running in and just being that. It's just how I am.
It's a skill issue. I see it.
Well, and
It's not a skill issue.
and
I played Hitman. I know you need stealth. I was good at that game. I enjoyed it. There's just some aspects that I don't like stealth.
I'll do you one better. Hitman is
Fine.
nothing compared to Splinter Cell.
Oh, I'll give you. Okay,
Splinter Cell is a game that
I know. Yeah.
100 to 0, you will die if you are not stealth.
Oh yeah. No, you have to be stealth. That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
But the video I was watching, the guy was kind of on point because he's like, if Assassin's Creed was a stealth-based game, there'd be a cover system, which there's not. There'd be several different missions where you would have to implement stealth. It's true. It's not a stealth-based game. It's a game with stealth in it. That's the best I can fucking describe it.
Yeah.
And, like, Assassin's, at its core, at least now, isn't... I mean, it's kind of about stealth if you fucking shoot someone, but at the same time,
There's some parts of Valhalla you can do stealth. It's just it's not broadly based on stealth. Like you can say there's stealth in any game. Call of Duty and through the storyline you can do stealth missions. People just choose not to.
Yeah.
GTA has stealth missions.
That's being that's being kind.
No. Some of the heists, there is stealth.
We know the only game you like to play is GTA, so you shush.
Okay, Shadow of Mordor. There you go. There's some stealth in that game. The Witcher. There's stealth in that game.
You need to branch off of RPG style games.
I like my fucking...
You're gonna show up one day with like elf ears and be like, "We're ready."
No, that means you'd have to come prepared.
Oh right, yeah, that doesn't happen.
Fuck you.
Oh my god. Anyways, I hope that they bring elements from the older games, but I can see the appeal for the new games. I've got to get into playing the newer ones. I haven't had the motivation because my love for that series kind of died with a lot of people. I feel like after Ezio's trilogy.
Do you have Odyssey?
I do, yeah.
Odyssey is probably...
to play it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like top tier Assassin's Creed, I'd go Brotherhood, Black Flag, Odyssey, 100%.
100%, I agree with that.
And the
100%.
only reason I like Brotherhood is because the only game to have multiplayer.
Yeah,
True fun multiplayer.
Oh, no, that's fair. I like the last game they announced when they did that little panel and all. I can't remember the name of it now, like the code name, but it's where
I'm going to
it
talk
was just
about it if you want to give me a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give me a minute.
Okay.
So yeah, they announced 4 games. The second one was Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which was about feudal Japan, which I cannot wait for because how long has it been? And now they're bringing ninjas into it, and like, bruh, that's gonna be fun.
I'm just gonna say, I hope it's not a glorified For Honor.
Yeah, hopefully not.
That's
But
one thing I've heard about. Like when they announced that, people are really worried about that.
yeah,
That's fair.
but I am excited to see what they do with it. Hopefully it doesn't flop. But it's literally, they said it's been the most requested era of any era for an Assassin's Creed game. So I can't wait for that.
It makes sense.
You gotta think the Japanese probably had like in history the I guess stealthiest type of warriors.
The stealthiest stealthers to stealth.
Yeah. Those black robed people. I was gonna say just black people, but that'd been real bad to stop there.
The black people, yes.
They're not even robes.
Better than saying black people.
Alright, the third game, which they kind of went down the Diablo path with this one. It's called Assassin's Creed Codename Jade, and it's a mobile game. Now, it's a mobile game, but apparently it's open world, like regular Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you need like a fucking super phone to run this game.
Well, I mean, Diablo Immortal is an open world game, and it's pretty low on the requirements.
Yeah, I don't know how intricate they're gonna get though. If it's an Assassin's Creed game that's on a mobile phone, it's quite heavy duty. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look. There's nothing other than it's released. It takes place in China.
Yep.
That's about it. That's all we kind of know about it. And then the last one, which is what I think Colton was trying to think about, is called Assassin's Creed Codename Hex. And
Hex, thank you.
The only thing that's been released from it is it pans down into a dark, spooky forest, and it's really creepy. And then there's just an Assassin's Creed symbol made out of fucking twigs and
it's
wood
Blair Witch vibes.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. I mean, it looks interesting
looks interesting
from the 5-second clip, but I'm not gonna.
We're gonna have to wait to get more on it to find out.
Yeah, more on. Yes, more on it. I'm not calling you a moron. Fuck off. Anyways, it looked cool, but we'll see.
Yeah.
As with everything from fucking AAA companies nowadays, I don't put much faith in them. So, we'll see. Hopefully it's good. Not putting much faith. Hopefully they don't let me down. And, like, they're millions of fans.
I'm just gonna go with something else.
Never gonna give you up.
What?
Never gonna let you down.
Now I have to get a clip to rickroll the fans. Oh wait, I did that once already, so I already have the clip. It's fine.
I was gonna make a mean comment towards Brandon.
Yeah, and then you would get stabbed right in your carotid artery.
I'll let you say crotch.
I thought it was too.
Both.
All right.
Oh yeah, I guess I forgot one music thing that I was going to talk about. At my one job at the hockey rink, we got a new sales system put in, and this dude comes down from somewhere out east. Super awesome dude, super chill. We were kind of shooting the shit for a bit while we were waiting for our boss to arrive, which he never did. And he looked at my shirt. I was wearing this Beartooth shirt, and he kind of just pointed to it, and he's like, "What band is that? If it, sorry to ask." I'm like, "No, it's fine. It's Beartooth." And he's like, "Is that kind of like Ghost?" And I'm like, "No, not really." I'm like, "They're kind of rock, metal, alt rock kind of fucking band. I mean, they're not really like Ghost. I feel like Ghost is a more laid back rock band than Beartooth is." But I said no, I haven't really listened to much Ghost, and apparently they were playing in his hometown the day he was supposed to be training us on this new system, and I just said to him, I'm like, "You sure you didn't have a cold?" I mean, it wouldn't be the first time someone skipped out on work to go to a concert. Never. But then throughout the night, he was checking up on everyone on the sales system, and then Ghost came on the speakers.
The Sky?
On what?
The song "Watch from the Sky."
I don't know.
Or "Little Sunshine."
I don't know. Some Ghost song came on the speakers, and he's like, I don't want to start a bromance with you or anything, but like, did you hear Ghost was on the speakers? And I'm like, oh my god, this guy's awesome. So I got his number. I didn't ask for it. It was just purely for the fact in case I had problems with the sales system. But I have his number, so now I have to go listen to Ghost and let him know what I think. So Marco, if you're listening, hopefully I've listened to Ghost by then. If
you
not,
don't listen to Ghost?
Not really. I mean, I've been meaning to get into them for a while, but it's another one of those bands that have a cult following, and it kind of just pushes me away from it.
I've been listening to the new album since we went to the Trinity of Terror concert.
Yeah, I mentioned that we heard Ghost when we were there, but
yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I've listened to some Ghost the next time I talk to him. But yeah, that was kind of a interesting little story, I guess. He's a very chill dude. Like, I expected someone coming down from this big company to train me would be like a super big dick who just, you gotta do this, and this, here you go, fucking good luck. But no, he was really good.
You sound like an old man.
'Cause most old men are assholes. Just fact.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's about it for this episode, boys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Colten, do you want to do the outro today? Is that what you're gonna do?
I do it the past like 3 or 4, so yeah, I can do it.
All right.
All right. So, like Brandon said, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you'd like to listen to any more episodes, you can click the links down below. That also has to our social medias. If you want to get merch, we're in the middle of just trying to figure that out, but it will be available on Redbubble shortly, we'll say.
So,
we also have
3 to 12 months.
We also have a Patreon that you can go and give us some support there. And if you want to watch Brody or Brandon stream, their links will be down in the description below. Still not streaming, don't have the setup for it, but maybe one day in the future. Other than that, that's it, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching. Make sure to go engage with the YouTube video. Go like and subscribe and click the bell and comment and do all the things. We do appreciate the support. So, until next time, bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna fucking murder you. I'm just
I know you are.
going to kill you.